everyone. I hope that your week is going well. As always, there is a lot of current events to get into, one of which is the president talking about releasing the files on extraterrestrials. And this follows after a podcast interview with former President Obama mentioning aliens, and it seemed as if he was hinting that their existence was real. And after that, Trump was asked about it, and he said he would release the files on aliens. Now, I don't think it's a mistake that all of this information is coming to light the way it is, because with the exposure of Epstein's files, possibly more information being withheld, and all the chaos, there needs to be distractions. So aliens are a good one. However, it's just crazy to see all of the things that were mentioned back 10, 15 years ago that would have gotten you called crazy are now the norm, talking about aliens, pedo rings amongst the wealthiest, and wars breaking out, possibly World War III. There's also talks about strikes on Iran and what the consequences of that could be, because warships are gearing up, and China is a close ally with Iran. They were getting a lot of their oil from them, so if the U.S. strikes Iran, it can mean trouble with China. Of course, everyone's saying that this is all being done on Israel's watch because they're very good friends with the U.S. and they're also not friendly at all with Iran. So we will see what happens with that. There was a influencer, I already forgot her name, but she's pretty prominent in the conservative right-wing movement. She was talking to Netanyahu about what does he do if they lose evangelical Christian support? And they were giving millions to influencers in the U.S. to support pro-Israel content or to go to Israel and make it look good. At this point, most Americans are not supporters of Israel. The government might be Zionist, but the majority of Americans are not. Many Americans, so much is unfolding, and I believe a lot of this is prophetic. Also, the evangelical church that's led the United States, that's collapsing as well, and a lot of it's being undone by our current admin. We talked about the halftime show with Bad Bunny and Kid Rock, and how Kid Rock already has a really weird past. Like, he had a song about liking underage girls, and then his music wasn't very Christian, but TBN aired it. At the same time, Erica Kirk, who's coming out with more scandals, apparently Candace Owens is doing a deep dive about her, and she's linked to so many people, but the weirdest thing about her is the potential trafficking ring she may have been involved in, and some are even saying that she was in a lesbian relationship and had a wife. I don't know, a lot of this stuff has not been verified, but there's so much coming to light, and I believe that they're really getting the public used to all of this information about quote-unquote aliens and pedophiles and conspiracy theories, normalizing the idea that people do rituals. Like, you used to be called crazy to believe this stuff, and now the average American believes it, and that's by no mistake. Because I believe the next stage is to be able to practice it out in the open. And I feel like every day we're moving closer to that, unfortunately. But at the same time, I say stay prayed up, continue to stand on your beliefs. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend. Take care. God bless. Until next time.